to the king of comedy. From the original kings of comedy and barbershop to the neighborhood, Cedric the Entertainer has built a career making us laugh.
Well, all right. Malcolm, if you home, get out.
Oh, now he's taking on a powerful Broadway role in August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come Gone. Please welcome Cedric the Entertainer. Have a seat.
Hello,
Yeah, what's up?
Good to see you.
You was in charge. I didn't know what was going on
You
here.
did great.
Follow me. I
Oh,
will lead,
yeah,
I will
follow
lead
you. Yeah, exactly.
I'll lead
That's
you
what they told me to do.
Okay, first
That's
of
it.
all, can we talk about this fit? This
Very
is
nice.
Oh, well, dripped. We dripped this morning. Like, you know, you had to come out.
Right.
Is the legs ashy? That's what
No,
I'm
you look great. They're perfectly shaved.
Okay. Then that's the question. You got to always make sure.
You look great.
The legs are not ashy.
All right, good. They got a little baby oil on there.
How you doing? How's life? What's going on?
Everything's good, man. I'm happy to be on Broadway and, you know, having a good time here in New York. You know, I brought the championship to the city.
That's right.
Yeah, so,
That's right.
you know, people saw me out there playing.
Look,
yeah, no,
they were like,
so,
you know what, we need to get Cedric.
We need Ced.
He's 6 men on bench.
Yes, Jalen Brunson and Cedric.
Give me Cedric.
Charlie. Yeah.
You have conquered comedy, TV, film, all the things. Now your turn on Broadway. Are you using a different muscle? Is it just the same type of thing?
You know, it is. You know, the fact that you got to do 8 shows a week, you got to be able to turn that play, listening to those powerful words from August Wilson, but each night telling that story. Our director Debbie Allen tells us that it's the same river but different water, like every night. So we got to go out there and make sure that we're connecting to that audience and conveying those words to tell that story. And that is the muscle that you use on Broadway. And I think it's one of the great things when you see so many wonderful actors come here and why they do Broadway. It's a way of like getting that strength of connection better and stronger because you can't relax once the lights go up.
I imagine you can't.
It's it. You can't do the TV. Let me get another take, guys.
Cut.
Run that back.
No,
No
editing. Do you find that stand-up is welcome to New York, by the way. We have these wonderful ambient sounds. Do you find that stand-up?
That's my ride, guys. I'm sorry. I got to get out of here.
He's here. He's right here. Do you find that stand-up is the greatest prep to do Broadway because there is a connection and there's also like stand-up, it's just you.
Yeah.
Whereas you like I can handle this. I've done it all by myself.
Yeah, it's very much, I mean, you're right. That's the similarity that it is a live audience where you got to go out there and connect, except for, to your point, is now I have the words that I can lean on. I have other cast members. But still, that idea of being able to walk out on that stage and once it starts, it started. And you got to kind of like, you got to connect and make sure that audience is understanding what it is you're trying to convey.
That's right.
So
you said Debbie Allen and you just dropped her name like
that
no
was
big deal.
a-
Just
like
no big deal. You know, my homegirl Debbie Allen.
I'll just throw them out there.
You said that she said same river but different time or
different water.
Different
Yeah.
water. What does that mean? Because this show is so relevant. It crosses generations, it crosses race, it crosses class, and all the things.
Which is kind of like to the point of the statement is like that the words, the things that we're saying, the message that you're trying to convey is the same, except that the water is flowing now, right? So even though this play is set in 1911. What we're saying, what was being talked about in 1911 is literally still being talked about today, just with a different context. But the idea that these people are on this journey, that they're being disconnected from their backgrounds and their families and who they are and what they're looking to become, and they all kind of flow through this boarding house. And in that space, everybody's on a journey for identity, and yet, you know, some people have been pulled away from their, you know, without disregard of who they were. They've been pulled away from
it. Doesn't sound anything like what's happening in these lower
who could
48
imagine, like what they're talking about.
I always find that people that start in comedy make incredible actors. And why do you think that is?
You know, that's very, you know, that was something I always aspired to. But you know, I always say that people like the late Robin Williams, great. You know, Richard Pryor did great drama. You know, so many. You know, comedians, I think, is the idea that some people say that comedians have, you know, they have that comedy tragedy thing.
Right.
I didn't necessarily have that. I had a really kind of nice childhood. I don't remember every year. But But I do think it's the idea of seeing people and being able to connect the comedy out of just real life, and so therefore you can transfer it into characters and make it come to life.
That's right. So when you're not on the Great White Way, you've got a little show called The Neighborhood.
It's a small show. I don't know if anybody.
Indie flick.
Yeah, very independent kind of thing.
A couple of kids with a camcorder.
Long running show. Final.
Blair Witch.
It's Blair Witch style. A lot of close-ups.
So many close-ups of me in my face like this.
And you love it. You're like, journey into my pores.
Yeah.
I love all of this. How's this falling on you?
You know, I mean, it was great to do 8 seasons on a TV show and have, you know, the response. People love it. You know, we grew up in an era where, you know, kind of appointment television was a really big deal. And now we got so many choices. We got so much, you know, things you can watch and do. And so I just love the fact that that family, the idea of, you know, the gentrification of the neighborhood, like this idea that these people that weren't supposed to get along, when they finally allowed themselves to hear each other and understand each other, become the best of friends. And that's what really life is all about. And that's what we were trying to experience and show on that show. And it was just great. You know, the cast was amazing. And so we just ended it like a month ago after an 8-season run, which is kind of, you know, very legendary nowadays in television.
100%.
You don't get that much that
it's
time
like a New
anymore.
York City restaurant.
Yeah, like
2 years and you're done. A TV show. Whoa, wow.
We've been canceled 3 times. It's not even on the air right now.
Look at you guys.
This is not even on the air.
Look at the resilience.
We just wanted to hang out with you.
This is not even on the air. This is so good. We gotta follow our YouTube.
We got to ask your question of the day because your character in The Neighborhood was into yard accuse.
Yes.
Do you have an item you bring to the cookout?
I mean, you know, my thing is baked beans. I like baked beans.
Do you make your own?
One thing. Yeah, you gotta, you know, it's another thing. No, you gotta, you know, it's a whole little family with the brown sugar and a little butter in there and a little something that, you know, the grandmama taught me that you don't, you know, you don't bring up.
You can't bring that up.
Yeah, you can't give up what mama taught you.
Yeah.
Later today, you, Debbie Allen, the cast, the director, from your show, a special Juneteenth celebration in Times Square.
Yes.
What can folks expect? Should they run, not walk?
Yeah, they run to go there. It's going to be crazy. We got some great performances from some of the cast members. You know, Debbie has got, you know, she got a Rolodex. Who knows who's going to show up? Lionel Richie, I've heard. No, I'm not.
Don't say that.
You don't know.
You never know.
She's so plugged in.
Never know.
You don't know who's going to be there.
Love it.
She does bring really cool people to the show sometimes, though. You'd be like, yo, Tom Hanks shows up and David Copperfield is do some magic.
As long as you don't know before you get on stage, so you don't have the jitters.
Exactly. I don't want to know. I never really want to know. Like,
right
you know, I don't. I was like
Spielberg in the front.
Yeah, you're like, wow, and then they come back afterwards. That was a fabulous. And you like,
I hope I did well. Thank you.
Was that Meryl Streep? That's crazy.
The one and only Cedric the Entertainer right here on the Plaza, 42nd and 2nd. Thank you so much for joining us on our special Juneteenth celebration. We appreciate it.
Right. You can. Joe Turner's Come and Gone on out from July 26th at the legendary Barrymore Theater, or today, 42nd Street.
Yeah.
That's it.